Alright, welcome boys to another video on my second channel, and today I'm going to be giving you guys the source to making videos. So pretty much in this video I'm just going to give you guys a brief rundown on how I make my videos. So firstly, I'll be going through how I find the best and most viral ideas for my YouTube videos, to setting up my OBS for recording my videos. Then I'll be showing you guys how I edit that video that I record, and then finally uploading the video and choosing the right keywords and tags to get the most reach and views out of the video as possible. Now first off, I just want to say, first video that I did on this channel was that Hinge video. At the time of recording this, it's at 2k views. First video on this channel has 2,000 views. You guys are insane. I will say I'm not doing any more dating app videos now. I do have a girlfriend, so I'm not doing any more of that. I don't want to do any of that because that's stupid. Dating apps are stupid anyway. So now if you guys want a more in-depth tutorial on something that's more specific, like for example, you want a whole dedicated video to how I record, I can do that. Or even a whole video based on how I edit videos, or even a whole video based on what I do for uploading, then let me know in the comments, because I'm happy to do a full in-depth tutorial for specific things on how I do my videos. Yeah, let's just waste absolutely no more time and get straight onto the video. So how I start making videos is to find a cool idea for my videos. And it's honestly pretty simple. All I do is just I go into TikTok or Instagram or whatever, search up Minecraft horror mods. Some horror mods just show up. I just literally just scroll through and look, it's Freaky Steve. I just go through and find some mods that I think look cool. And then sometimes you can even go through filters here. Some filters I like to use are date posted and past 24 hours. For the filters, so I apply that, and then I get brand new videos that have been posted within the past week. Sometimes they're old mods, but sometimes they're newer mods as well, so I like to just go through, scroll, and just see if there's any, some cool mods that I can, potentially play with and make a video out of. Another way I can find ideas is I literally just scroll through the YouTube homepage and just have a look at videos posted by other content creators in the same niche as me. They usually post a lot more than me, and they're always up to date with the latest mods and stuff. So I look at the latest videos of those creators, and I just pretty much just copy their idea and play with that mod. The YouTube and TikTok, those are pretty much the only two platforms I use to find ideas. And now let's head on over to my recording software, which I use OBS for that. So let's head on over. So here we are in OBS. As you can see, mine's going to be a little bit different because I have the Stream Elements plugin installed. So my buttons here will look weird, but it's pretty much the same regardless. So on OBS, to get the best quality out of your videos, all you have to do is go into your settings, head on over to video, and you want to change your base canvas to whatever the resolution of your monitor is. Mine's 1440p, so just set it to that. If yours is 1080p, do 1080p. Now your output resolution is what you want the video to be recorded in. So mine sets to 1080p. I was doing 1440p, but I've switched it back to 1080p just so that my computer doesn't lag out when I record. Downscale filter, this is very important. So basically, you want to change that one. I think it's normally on bilinear. You want to change it to Langsos, I think. It's kind of hard to explain, but basically what this does is it reduces the amount of large pixels and blurriness on your screen, so it kind of makes it more clearer, higher quality. You want to make sure that that's on the highest one, where it says sharpen scaling 36 samples. You want to make sure that is at the highest. FPS, I'd recommend just doing 60. It's the smoothest. It will look a lot better and cleaner when it is at 60 FPS. Obviously, if your computer can't handle it, that's fine. You can set it to 30. That's all good. Now, here's where things are going to get a little bit more interesting. So you want to head over to output, then output mode, you want to change to advanced. This is important because it's going to unlock a few more settings regarding the recording and just quality control and all that. So recording path, pretty simple, just choose where you want the videos to be saved. Recording format, you want to make sure it's at the MP4 one. Video encoder, if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, make sure you have this set to NVENC, and also H.264, because if it's just on a normal one, it won't, your graphics card will not perform as well. Audio encoder, just leave it as the AAC one. Rescale output, the same thing there from the video settings, just set it to the Langsos one, 1080p. Then you want to scroll down, bitrate. So this is important as well. You want to make sure it's set to constant bitrate, and you want to make sure the bitrate is at 10,000. I know that might sound like a high number, and as you record, you might do maybe an hour or 2 hour long videos. This will potentially be 10 gigabytes of your video, which if you don't have the storage for it, that's fine. You can turn it down to, I'd say 8,000 is a good number as well. Obviously, the higher bitrate you have, the higher quality your video will be. So you want to make sure it's set to around 10,000. That's probably where you can get the best quality. Preset, I'm not exactly sure what this does. I've just have it set to the best quality one. and then all these other settings are just left as is. Doesn't really make a difference, but they are my recording settings for OBS. And yeah, I'll go ahead and record my video now. Alright, and welcome to my editing software, Adobe Premiere Pro. This project I'm in is currently my video editing project. There's a lot to unpack here, so I'm just going to briefly go over it. Pretty much this is my main project window. It's got everything in here. Then if we go here to effects, I got some effects here. I got some custom ones, some custom downloaded ones. I got my own just in here somewhere, and this folder here has every single video I have ever done on this channel right in this folder here. Unfortunately, I do delete the footage after I've posted the video, so they all say media offline, but some of them I need to go through and get rid of all the footage for. But so in sequences, I'm going to go right click, new item, sequence, and then I'm going to name the video what I played. So the mod I recorded was called Split Self, so I'm just going to call it that, Split Self. Here, just setting the time base to 60 FPS, 1920 by 1080. Pretty much leave all these preview file format. I'm going to change this one to the iframe only MPEG one. Do maximum render quality, maximum bit depth, and press OK. And that creates my sequence. Then I go over to gameplay footage, drag it in, and then down here it says generating peak file for the name. I pretty much just let that fully load because then the video preview of the gameplay footage has pretty much fully loaded, I think. Okay, so that loading bar is gone now, and as you can see, the audio waveform has showed up here too. So pretty much how I edit is sort of in sections. So what I'll do first, I will go ahead and cut out all the parts that are unnecessary in the video and don't need to be there, such as silences, yap that doesn't need to be in there and doesn't add any effect to the video. Sometimes I'll leave some silences in there for effect. That's also really good. Silence is just as powerful as anything else, so sometimes leaving a silence in there can add an effect, and it's actually quite powerful. So definitely do that for videos if you don't already, especially with horror Minecraft. You know, if you're trying to portray something that's comedic or scary, then yeah, silence is amazing. Yeah, so I'll pretty much just come through, I'll watch the video. This mod is a horror game and will break your world. I'll pretty much just cut out that first part. Then I can see there's a silence here, so I just cut this out, go through, watch it back. Personally identify, then come through, do this. Information. We're going to turn on person. And that's basically what the first part of the editing I do. I do this for the entire 2 hours of footage that there is for this video. And yes, I dread doing this part. This part actually bores me the most. It sometimes takes me days to just cut it out, but sometimes when I'm locked in, I can do the entire thing in a full day. Yeah, most of the time I can't. Then after I've done that, I basically just, you know, go through my music folder. I added music that works well with the video, and then I'll cut out the music at certain points when an event happens in the game, or once again, do it for comedic effect. Then I'll go through it. While I'm doing the music as well, I'll also go through sound effects, add in some sound effects, give it a bit more of a bit more impact on the video, make it more interesting. Then I'll go through my graphics templates and add in a free YouTube call to action. Pretty much you go through, you can set your profile picture, the name, subscribers, and pretty much do all that there. Or I'll go in, add some map animation effects if I need to, or a clock wipe transition to depict that, you know, time has passed by, like a lot of time has passed by. That's sort of the effect I was doing there. And then like crafting animations, another subscribe button there. For high intense moments, I'll add that. Yeah, so that's basically how I edit my videos. Now let me show you how to export. So my export settings here are your file name, choose whatever, location, choose wherever you want to save it. Then format, you want to do H.264, that's important. Frame size, these should all be grayed out and should be the same as your sequence. Turn on render at maximum depth and render at maximum quality. That's important to maintain the quality of the video. Encoding settings, you want to make sure this is set to hardware, so then it actually uses your computer to export. If you have it set to software, it's going to take 20 times as long as hardware, so make sure that's turned on. Bitrate settings, this is important here too. So bitrate, you want to set to CBR or constant bitrate. I usually have it set to 20, even though I did record it in 10. Have it set to 20, just a little bit higher, because your video won't be as long as your footage. So it's just setting a higher bitrate will make it a little bit better. Audio, not really important there. Just copy these settings if you want. And everything else is just ignore that. You really just want to focus on the video settings here. Then you press export and then you wait for it to export. Once you have your video fully exported, you want to head on to your YouTube studio and upload the video that was just exported. So I'm just going to upload some random video that I have on here, but you want to choose a good title that works with your YouTube video, that is engaging and makes people want to click. Now, I personally do have the vidIQ Boost subscription as well. It's very helpful. It helps me analyze whether a thumbnail is good or not, whether titles are good or not. You know, it gives me suggestions on titles that I sometimes use. You know, it gives me really good keyword research I can use, gives me good ideas, especially in the vidIQ app. Yeah, we'll just choose a title. I guess building my first Minecraft house was harder than I thought. It's got a rating of 96. That's actually amazing. Any rating above 90 or above 80 is really good. Description, just type a description, have a social link, have the mod that you played, have a download link for that so then people can access it. I usually add my tags in here too, as well as a few hashtags. Thumbnail, you add that there. Playlist, just add playlists. Altered content, you want to set to no unless you actually have AI footage, or if your video is just purely AI, make sure you have this set on. But most of the time you press no. And tags, important. None of this language and caption certification, this isn't very important. You can just ignore that. Game, you want to make it sure that it's actually set to the game you're playing, so then it's discovered on that page of the game on YouTube. Comments and ratings, this is just, you know, purely on your preference. Monetization, if you are monetized, you know, turn it on and then go through, do all this, say none, submit. Video elements, I add in a end screen from my previous video, which has a little pop-up for people to subscribe to my channel, and then I have another one which is a link to my most recent video. Cards, you can add cards. I usually just add the horror mod playthrough playlist that I have and just set it to the very start, so then people can click on it and then watch all my other YouTube videos. Checks, just wait for that to do that, especially with content, especially with copyright and ad suitability. If you are monetized, make sure you're not copyrighted, otherwise you don't earn money on your videos. With the visibility, I usually set this to scheduled. I usually do it on the day that I upload, and then I do it at 9 p.m. my time, which is about 9 a.m. EST. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because the peak time for people to watch YouTube is 12 a.m. my time or 12 p.m. EST. So I just post 3 hours beforehand, so then the video is out and it's already there a couple hours before everyone else gets on YouTube to watch videos. So, and even vidIQ says here, current best times to post are between 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. So I just do 9 p.m. there. So I've just briefly shown you guys how I make videos for my YouTube channel. And if you like what you saw, make sure you go check out that main channel. Obviously, after watching this video, you've seen that I make Minecraft videos for my channel. And yeah, if you want more tutorials as well on how to make YouTube videos and other general stuff too, then let me know in the comments. I will do more specific tutorials if you guys want me to. So make sure you let me know. Yeah, I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.